It's 8:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Frightened passengers on a Sydney-bound train from Newcastle have called police after a man wearing a gas mask allegedly started making threats. The 44-year-old was arrested when the train arrived at Central just before 6 last night. 2 platforms were briefly evacuated while the train was searched. The solicitor for redhead nurse Gary Davis may apply for bail when murder charges are mentioned in court tomorrow. The 27-year-old is accused of administering lethal injections of insulin to 3 elderly residents at the Summit Care facility at Wallsend in October last year. 83-year-old Gwen Fowler and 80-year-old Ryan Kelly died, while 91-year-old Audrey Manuel survived. None of the alleged victims were diabetic. Superintendent John Gralton says the arrest is the result of a lengthy investigation.
This has been a painstaking investigation, and the detectives have had to go through a numerous vision of CCTV. They've had to go through medical records. They've interviewed hundreds of witnesses.
Port Stephens Mayor Bruce Mackenzie has issued an ultimatum to the Liberal Party ahead of the March state election. Choose his friend and colleague Ken Jordan to run as Craig Bowman's replacement, otherwise he'll stand as an independent. Former Newcastle federal candidate Jamie Abbott has also nominated for the Liberals. However, Councillor Mackenzie says he doesn't like the alternatives being put up by either of the major parties and is threatening to stand against the Liberals if they don't endorse Ken Jordan. Explosives handlers employed by Orica in Newcastle resumed talks this morning over a new enterprise agreement. Truck drivers and shot firers responsible for delivering and detonating the hazardous materials at Hunter Valley open cut mines are concerned the new agreement will lead to a reduction in pay and conditions. Mick Forbes from the Newcastle branch of the Transport Workers Union says up to 20 mines could feel the effects.
We have a meeting lined up with the company. We hope that we will make some progression in the negotiations. It's an outcome of that meeting, but certainly our members are not ruling out further industrial action. If there is further industrial action, it's likely to affect around 20 mines in the Hunter Valley.
Merriweather High School and Newcastle Grammar have scored the highest rankings for the region in this year's HSC results. 35 students from the Hunter and Central Coast made it onto the All-Round Achievers list with a mark of 90 or more in most of their subjects. HSC students will be able to access their tertiary admissions rank from 9 this morning, with nearly a third to receive an ATAR of 80 or more. The East Maitland RSL sub-branch has received a grant to renovate the local war memorial. Many Maitland residents took part, along with 150,000 other Australians, during the Great War, and the grant will assist in commemorating them. Maitland MP Robin Parker says the memorial is very important to the community.
The East Maitland RSL sub-branch has been awarded $10,000 from the New South Wales Government grant program. The cenotaph is a great gathering point, and of course it's very timely given we're celebrating the centenary of the Anzacs.
Now with sport, Sally Spicer.
Adelaide United right-back Tarek Elrich has warned the Jets his team will be giving it their all when the two play this Friday night. The former Jets player says despite Adelaide's recent FFA Cup win, they will not become complacent and will be physically and mentally prepared for the match. The two will face off at Hunter Stadium. In golf, Belmont's Polly Goldman finished first at the Jack Newton Celebrity Classic yesterday. The golfer beat out Canberra's Chris Campbell and Sydney's Daniel Bringolf in a playoff after the trio finished level at 6 under par across 2 rounds. Goldman is the first woman to win since 2004. In cricket, Newcastle's Leah Poulton hopes to remain in the New South Wales side until at least next summer to be a part of the inaugural season of the Women's Big Bash League. The 30-year-old became the 7th woman to play 150-over games for New South Wales on Saturday when the Breakers defeated Western Australia. That's sport. I'm Sally Spicer.
To NURFM News Time 26 to 9.